Swift, daring, resourceful, Robin is an essential part of the precision-geared, crook-fighting Batman and Robin. The world knows his record as the stalwart partner of the mightiest crime smasher of them all, the Batman. But now, for the first time, we tell the exciting story of the Boy Wonder's single-handed exploits. In Detective Comics number 38, we're introduced to Dick Grayson, son of circus acrobats the Flying Graysons. Dick's parents were killed in a staged accident, and he assists Batman in bringing the murderers to justice. He joins Batman as his junior partner Robin and shares nearly all of Batman's Golden Age adventures from that point onward, in Detective Comics, World's Finest Comics, and Batman's own title. But you know all that. Less well known is Robin's solo series, starting in Spangled Comics number 65 in 1947, and running through issue 130 in 1952. 66 Robin solo adventures, and this is the Robin Speed Run. Spangled Comics number 65, The Teenage Terrors. Right off the bat, Robin has stolen the cover spot previously held by the Newsboy Legion and would be front and center on every cover for over 30 issues. Robin begins his solo career by going undercover in the Boyville Reform School to discover criminals are using the school to train juvenile inmates for a life of crime. Spangled Comics number 66, The No-Face Crimes. Young and timid actor Danny McGee's life is under threat from a murderer who hides his face under bandages. Although the chief suspect is disfigured actor John Corey, nicknamed No-Face, Robin uncovers the actual perpetrator, Danny's agent Mr. Mellon, who is trying to collect a life insurance policy and frame Corey in the process. Spangled Comics number 67, The Case of the Boy Wonders. Robin and two other young prodigies are lured into a castle full of deadly traps, which turns out to be a test to see if they qualify for a school for geniuses. The whole thing is funded by Bruce Wayne, who is far more comfortable with child endangerment than one might hope. Spangled Comics number 68, 4 Days Before the Mast. After a man in a deep-sea diving suit is murdered in the middle of town, Robin is led on a high-seas adventure against ruthless salvagers. This is notably the first Robin story in which Batman does not appear at all. Spangled Comics number 69, The Stolen Atom Bomb. Carnival owner Little Eva steals an atom bomb with which she hopes to extort money from the government. During the fight between Eva and Robin, the bomb is released over the ocean, raising a landmass dubbed Robin's Island, which is historically significant enough to teach in school but never mentioned again. Spangled Comics number 70, Clocks of Doom. Time-obsessed crime boss The Clock tries to sabotage a movie shoot after cameras capture his robbery on film, but even planning the scheme's timeline to the exact second can't stop the clock from being thwarted by the Boy Wonder. Spangled Comics number 71, Perils of the Stone Age. Robin visits Professor Nichols, a recurring Batman supporting character of the era, who sends Robin back to the Stone Age via hypnotism, where he fights cavemen, tyrannosaurs, mammoths, and a saber-tooth, but is most terrified of marrying cavewoman Brahma. Spangled Comics number 72, Robin Crusoe. After his plane is caught in a storm, Robin is stranded on a desert island, which Nazis who haven't figured out the war has ended try to take over. In a house ad, Robin and Superboy team up to tell us to read about some kid called Jiminy, but I ain't gonna, cause that kid's got a nightmare face. Spangled Comics number 73, The Black Magician. Professor Nichols hypnotizes Robin back in time to meet evil magician Cagliostro, whom he exposes as a fraud because magic isn't real, but time travel hypnosis is completely plausible. Spangled Comics number 74, The Clock Strikes. The clock is back, baby! Robin has a recurring enemy, and his design this time is both less realistic and more visually interesting. I like this guy. Robin defeats him soundly once more, of course. Spangled Comics number 75, Dick Grayson for the Defense. Recently released from reform school, Danny Cobb is framed for participating in a robbery at the school, but Dick Grayson serves as a lawyer at his trial in students' court, which is a thing, I guess. Spangled Comics number 76, A Bicycle Built for Loot. A fence named The Fence orders some mobsters to steal bicycles. Robin gets hit on the head a lot, but he manages to make a bicycle-powered blimp and defeats his foe. Spangled Comics number 77, The Boy Who Wanted Robin for Christmas. Billionaire boy genius Bertram Beam wants to be a detective, but his guardians think it's too dangerous. So Robin sets up a fake danger scenario involving an evil Santa Claus to convince him to give up his dream. That evil Santa Claus, of course, turns out to be actually evil. Spangled Comics number 78, Raja Robin. A young Indian Maharaja named Shundu wants to be the Robin of India and tries to take on a thuggy gang. To save him, Robin has to put on blackface. Okay. Star Spangled Comics number 79, 0 Hour. The clock strikes again with another plan to extort the city. Seriously, this guy is great. I mean, if I was writing a Robin solo series, the clock would be all over it. Star Spangled Comics number 80, The Boy Disc Jockey. Dick becomes the DJ for his high school radio, and we learn he can play the accordion and sing. For music smooth to hear, Mozart has no peer. His concerto number 2 is like silk spun just for you. But Dick's script contains a secret code, and he's unknowingly given instructions to criminals, because sure, criminals listen to high school radio. Star Spangled Comics number 81, The Seeing Eye Dog Crimes. When thieves begin stealing seeing eye dogs around the city, Robin pretends to be blind himself so he can use his own seeing eye dog to track the criminals. Star Spangled Comics number 82, The Boy Who Hated Robin. Robin opens a summer camp for impoverished kids, but one, Petey Downs, hates him because he once arrested Pete's obviously criminal friend, who Pete didn't know was a criminal. Also in this issue, the Star Spangled Kid's adopted sister Mary becomes the girl of 1,000 gimmicks, and I honest to God don't know why this character doesn't get more love because these stories are great. But okay, we're talking about Robin. Star Spangled Comics number 83, Who is Mr. Mystery? A radio station offers $5,000 to whoever can guess the identity of Mr. Mystery. All the clues are inside. Did you guess it was Robin? Because it was Robin. This was all set up to take down a mob because of course it was. Star Spangled Comics number 84, The 3rd Street Gang. Robin goes undercover in the 3rd Street Gang and ends juvenile delinquency forever. Star Spangled Comics number 85, Peril at the Pole. To keep the bat plane from crashing during a winter storm, Robin bails out over the North Pole. He helps an indigenous tribe fend off some crooks and overall seems perfectly fine despite having bare legs and short sleeves. Star Spangled Comics number 86, The Barton Brothers. The Barton Brothers gun down Batman, leaving him in a coma, and Robin seeks revenge. He stalks them and takes them out one by one like some kind of horror movie killer. And this story's actually kind of fierce. If you can get hold of a scan, I recommend this one. Star Spangled Comics number 87, The Sinister Baron. So, centuries ago, my ancestor was in the wreckage just like me, his descendant. Crime ain't changed much. We're both alike, him and me here. Criminal boss Benny Brute discovers he is descended from medieval mobster Hugo de Brute, and he becomes obsessed with his ancestor. Robin pretends to be the descendant of Robin Hood to thwart him. Star Spangled Comics number 88, The Man Batman Refused to Help. One of Robin's classmates hates Batman because he arrested his father for a murder he didn't commit. But unknown to Jimmy and Robin, Jimmy's dad was working with Batman to expose the real murderer. Because apparently in Gotham you can fake a trial and an execution if Batman asks nicely. Nothing like that awesome cover image happens in this story. Star Spangled Comics number 89, The Batman's Utility Belt. Crooks steal Batman's utility belt and commit crimes with each of his gimmicks. This story actually features Batman more heavily than Robin, and is the first in several stories in this run that are more Batman and Robin tales than solo Robin stories, although it does continue to feature Robin's headline. Star Spangled Comics number 90, The Mystery of Rancho Fear. After some crooks steal an experimental gas sample, Batman and Robin track them to a dude ranch. Did they really kill Batman? No, they didn't. Star Spangled Comics number 91, A Birthday for Batman. Robin challenges Batman to solve an elaborate mystery he's concocted for Batman's birthday. I'm pretty sure he's making it up as he goes along, just like the writers were. Star Spangled Comics number 92, Movie Hero number 1. Movie star Eddie Bogart isn't as tough as the characters he plays, but proves his bravery when he helps Batman and Robin stop a murder plot against him. Star Spangled Comics number 93, The Riddle of the Sphinx. The mysterious Sphinx baffles police and the criminal Red Mask Gang alike with his taunting messages, but who is the Sphinx? Does he work for the Red Mask Gang or against them? Can Robin find out? It's Batman. It's Batman. Star Spangled Comics number 94, The End of Batman. Criminal morale is high when a secret cinema begins showing movies about Batman, Robin, and Commissioner Gordon being murdered by crooks. Batman goes undercover on the movie set as an actor playing Batman. Star Spangled Comics number 95, The Man with the Midas Touch. George Midas discovers gloves owned by his ancestor, the famous mythological king, which allow him to turn anything he touches to gold. Batman discovers it's all a trick, though, and Midas is simply spraying things with gold dust, which is lucky for Robin, I guess. Star Spangled Comics number 96, The Boy Who Could Invent Miracles. Robin loses his cover spot to American frontiersman and raccoon skinner Tomahawk, but he does get his solo status back. Robin saves the life of a young inventor, Horace, inspiring him to use his genius to improve the lives of others, so obviously crooks intend to take advantage. Star Spangled number 97, The Man Who Stole Time. The clock is back, y'all. And this time he promises to steal back all the time he lost in prison. But really he's just like stealing puns. Like he steals second base because it's a second. Then he steals a minute by replacing a 3-minute egg timer with a 2-minute egg timer. I think the clock is running out of ideas, guys. Star Spangled Comics number 98, Robin's Rival. I'll handle the crooks in this town, Robin. I'm Wire Boy, the new boy wonder. Clarence Pierce aspires to be a boy wonder, and he's in pretty good shape for a Poindexter. After bumbling his way through a few capers, he eventually helps Robin solve the case. Star Spangled Comics number 99, Crime on Wheels. After his illegal gambling operation is shut down, Wheels Ferris becomes obsessed with wheels, and like any good Bat villain, he puts his obsession to work in a manic and nonsensical crime spree. Star Spangled Comics number 100, The Killer Dog of Gotham. After the death of his mobster owner, police-hating dog Duke is taken in by Robin, but with Joey Flint dead, the mob figures only Duke knows where the loot is hidden. Star Spangled Comics number 101, The Campaign Crooks. Apparently, mobsters are very interested in local high school elections and try to rig the vote, even if they have to murder a star athlete. Luckily, Robin ensures the best candidates win and, you smug bastard you. There's also a one-page PSA where Batman and Robin teach football players not to be racist assholes. Star Spangled Comics number 102, The Boy with the Criminal Ears. Joe Baxter has phenomenal hearing and crooks want to use his gifts for crime. Unfortunately, he loses his special gift when he gets shot in the ear. Okay. Star Spangled Comics number 103, Roberta the Girl Wonder. Oh my god, this is the best character ever. Okay, Mary Wills is totes in love with Robin, so she decides to create her own hero identity so she can be with him. She learns chemistry, becomes a master athlete, creates a bunch of gadgets all in a couple of weeks like you do, and becomes Roberta the Girl Wonder. She's really hyper competent for somebody motivated entirely by a schoolgirl crush. Unfortunately, her mask falls off on live TV, so she can never fight crime again because 1950. I totally ship Roberta the Girl Wonder and Wire Boy. Star Spangled Comics number 104, Born to Skate. Tommy is a masterful roller skater, and if I've learned anything, anyone who's good at a thing is going to attract the mob. This, of course, leads to fighting on a giant roller skate at the abandoned roller skate factory because all businesses in Gotham build giant props then go out of business. Star Spangled Comics number 105, The Disappearing Bat Planes. After an accident disables pilot/policeman Bill Cooper, Robin starts a model plane club to cheer up Bill's son. Criminals, of course, hijack the tiny remote control bat planes for diamond smuggling. Star Spangled Comics number 106, Tiger Boy. Robin is introduced to Kamba, a boy raised by tigers in darkest Africa, a dubious claim considering tigers aren't native to Africa, but Kamba can talk to elephants, so he must be on the level. Also criminals, but that's to be expected. Star Spangled Comics number 107, The Boy Who Hated Robin. Believing Batman killed his brother, ranch hand Bob Colvin hates Batman and Robin and spends a good deal of time shooting them in effigy. Robin exposes the real killers though, and Bob instantly forgives him because no one's allowed to hate the boy wonder. Star Spangled Comics number 108, Robin, Washington Page Boy. To help clear the name of a congressional page accused of stealing a valuable book, Robin goes undercover in the Capitol building. The real thief is a congressional secretary, blah blah, corruption in government, blah. Star Spangled Comics number 109, Robin the Robot. Horace, the boy inventor from issue 96, returns, but now his name is Harold. A mastermind crook deduces Robin is Dick Grayson, and the only way to solve this dilemma is remote-controlled robot Robin. Unfortunately, not the giant Robin in the splash panel. Star Spangled Comics number 110, The 4 O'Clock Crimes. A criminal commits a series of crimes, always at 4 o'clock on the nose. The criminal is not the clock, however, so I don't know why I'm supposed to care. Star Spangled Comics number 111, Dick Grayson Detective. I mean, look at this. This dude has gimmick peg legs. He is the best Bat villain. I mean, look at this. Oh yeah, also Dick Grayson's career aptitude test says he'd make a good detective, so he pretends to be a very stupid detective so no one will suspect he's Robin, and Gotham breathes easier. Star Spangled Comics number 112, The Plainclothes Robin. After Robin's bad timing causes the Green Cowl Gang to get away, Batman grounds him from being Robin for 30 days. But Dick is all about the letter of the law and fights crime anyway, using a dummy in his costume to hide behind. Star-Spangled Comics number 113, The Man Who Collected Badges. Badges! Always somebody getting badges and medals, especially that punk Robin! Toothy has gone over the edge and is mugging law enforcement agents to steal their badges. When Commissioner Gordon awards Robin with a miniature Batmobile, Toothy smuggles himself inside. Luckily, he falls for the old false Batcave trick. Star-Spangled Comics number 114, Robin, Boy Acrobat. Robin's origin is retold in flashback when Dick Grayson goes to see the circus, only to find it replaying itself when a young trapeze artist has a near-fatal fall thanks to sabotage. Dick joins the boy's father in a Batman and Robin acrobatic act and catches the crooks. Star-Spangled Comics number 115, The Feats of Reckless Reed. Reckless Reed is a small man who loves big thrills, investing in all manner of dangerous stunts. In particular, he likes squeezing his small frame into tight spaces. Criminals blackmail him into impersonating Robin and tricking Batman into taking him back to the Batcave, but psych! Robin was impersonating Reckless Reed, impersonating Robin the whole time! Crime in Gotham is weird. Star-Spangled Comics number 116, The Man No One Could Kill. Dante Leonardo was born in the 15th century in Venice, an evil man who used the elixir of life to become immune to all fatality. Arriving in Gotham centuries later, his crime spree is foiled by Robin, so he flees the country to hide out in Bikini Atoll. Apparently, immortality doesn't grant immunity to nuclear tests. Star-Spangled Comics number 117, Robin, Cadet Wonder. After a young cadet is injured, Robin gets suspicious and enrolls in a military academy to investigate. Star-Spangled Comics number 118, Operation Robin. Someone knows Dick Grayson is Robin, but they don't really. It's all part of a criminal racket's attempt to find out who Robin is by making a list of every boy in Gotham and eliminating all the possibilities. There's somebody named Dick Small. It's actually not a bad plan. They send half the boys news of a crime they plan to commit, and the other half news of a different crime, and whichever one Robin shows up to, the boys on the other half of the list are scratched off. Repeat until there's 5 boys left, then kidnap them all and set an easily escapable death trap for them. It's that last part that always backfires. Star-Spangled Comics number 119, The Syndicate of Crime. A crime syndicate? Who ever heard of such a thing? Anyway, the Jiffy Delivery Service is hiring schoolboys to deliver letters, with the young couriers unaware they are dealing letters of crime! Encoding regular newsletters with everything from armored car schedules to the names of every policeman in Gotham to Underworld subscribers, Jiffy doesn't realize their latest hire is the Boy Wonder. Star-Spangled Comics number 120, The Bellboy Wonder. The hotel Dick is staying in is the site of an international conference, and our hero goes undercover as a bellhop to find out who's trying to murder one of the delegates. It's a Spanish guy pretending to be an Indian guy, and also Batman is the head of security for the conference, but we and Robin don't find that out until the next to the last panel. Star-Spangled Comics number 121, The Mystery of Trailer Town. So the mob is running a protection racket in a trailer park, like you do. Star-Spangled Comics number 122, The Bad Boy of Gotham. I mean, look at how bad this boy is. I mean, no, seriously, look! This is a bad boy! Anyway, regardless, Dick thinks Floyd Wood just needs a break. So he asks Bruce to arrange to have the juvenile delinquent remanded to his custody. Because in Gotham, you can remand orphan delinquents into the custody of 15-year-olds. Although Floyd plans to use this to find out Robin's secret identity and sell it to the mob, Robin proves to be a good influence and the kid gives up his wicked ways. Not before Robin slices his hand with a fishhook, though. Robin's a jerk. Star-Spangled Comics number 123, Crazy Quilt comes back. This, right here, folks, because Crazy Quilt was an established enemy of the Boy Commandos, but their arch-foe comes back to plague Robin. Possibly Robin's best-known personal foe, Crazy Quilt, only able to see the brightest of colors, uses paint and a ceiling fan to hypnotize his way out of prison. When the bright lights of Broadway take away from his own luminescence, he decides to steal all color from Gotham, and every paint and pigment, and a scheme even the Joker would think was overboard. The man is a gloriously cheesy villain, and this story is a true highlight of this run of comics. Star-Spangled Comics number 124, Operation Escape. Robin gives a lecture to the graduating class of the police academy about how to be MacGyver, in which he tells the tale of how he escaped a trap with only a broken tennis racket, tennis balls, and a pair of cleats. Can you, the reader, figure out how he did it? I mean, if you look at the diagram I just put up, sure. Star-Spangled Comics number 125, Murder on the Chessboard. John Castle and Fred Knight open a chess-themed restaurant called the Queen's Gambit, which is genius, frankly, and I want to go there. But it turns out Knight's an embezzler and Castle's a greedy-ass murderer who staged an accident to kill Knight, and it seemed to be the perfect crime. Can any of you detect a flaw in Castle's scheme? Or had he done a foolproof job? Yeah, the Robin strip is a Can You Solve It mystery feature all of a sudden. Star Spangled Comics number 126, Danger in the Hall of Trophies. A fringe VIP is kidnapped on the way to Gotham and a criminal impersonator takes his place getting a tour of the Batcave, where he hides a homing beacon so his criminal cohorts can discover its location. Also, the Batmobile is parked GoBot or something. Star Spangled Comics number 127, The Game of Death. Gordy Binger, last of the Binger brothers, wants to execute Batman, whom he blames for the suicidal deaths of his brothers, Babe Binger, Gypsy Binger, and Skull Binger. Star Spangled Comics number 128, The Man Called 50/50. Wait a minute, this is Two-Face. How is this not Two-Face? Whatever. 50/50 Finley survived an operation that had a 50/50 chance of success and has since been obsessed with 50/50 chances. So to make his decision, he cuts cards or flips cards. If he pulls a coin out, so help me. Star Spangled Comics number 129, The Magic Key. Why did a crook break into a safe just to steal a key? And why does Commissioner Gordon have this oversized picture of Batman hanging up in his office? And why doesn't the key fit in the lock? Why is this book's front cover on the back cover? Turn your computer upside down to learn the thrilling answers to like one of these questions. Star Spangled Comics number 130, Stone Deaf Robin. Thinking Dick Grayson is Robin, Fixer Bannon throws a grenade at Dick, which renders him deaf. Good thing the doctor has visual aids prepared for this sort of emergency. Unfortunately, Dick's deafness makes the papers, and if Robin is deaf too, that proves Bannon was right. But Robin isn't the world's greatest detective's world's greatest sidekick for nothing. Robin's solo feature ends with Star Spangled 130, as does the title itself, becoming Star Spangled War Stories with the following issue. The character would continue to co-star with Batman in various titles for the next few decades, being one of the few superheroes who enjoyed continuous publication between the Golden and Silver Ages. I am not getting into the Earth 1 vs. Earth 2 Robin right here because this video is long enough. Dick Grayson would also become the de facto leader of the Teen Titans and eventually give up the Robin identity and take up a new persona as Nightwing. Other characters would eventually join Batman, taking up the role of Robin, including Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, and Damian Wayne, some of them enjoying solo success themselves in their respective eras. So ends the Robin speedrun. Good feature, bad feature. If it seems like you guys like it, the next speedrun will be in May when I take a look at one of Marvel's Golden Age mainstays. But you know, not one of these guys. A less mainstay. Probably Miss America, we'll see. You must tell me more of your single-handed exploits, Master Robin. Wow.